So I got a little bit of a late start today, but ended up going to the work and picking up Pitman arm puller, my half-inch drive ratchet. That socket is for um, it's the Pitman arm nut on a power steering box. I don't know if it's the same on the manual box. I would assume it is. And then my half-inch drive sockets, and then just a 3/8 ratchet, because I had taken them all to work. So we're gonna get going on this thing finally. I got about 10 hours that I can work on it today. So I've got the passenger side or driver side disassembled to the same point as I got the passenger side yesterday. All the steering linkages are out. Knuckles are out back down there. The front diff is 1/2 degree upward at an upward angle. So I'll get these two bolts here, put the jack underneath the actual diff itself, get those two bolts out back here, and then I'm just going to take and use the Sawzall and cut right here. I think. I don't know if I want to get up into this stuff right now. I will cut this off eventually, but I think it's going to be easier to cut it off farther down and then clean it up later. Unsure, but making progress. So I ended up wrangling that front diff out. I could slip the CV axles right there out. I'm glad I did that all together instead of disconnecting or cutting the frame section right here and lowering it down, because it would have been even heavier and me dragging it around would not have worked very well. So now is the sketchy part. Well, not really sketchy. The no turning back point. So there's no longer any brackets hanging down. There is this that I'm debating on leaving. So we'll see what happens with that. Now I get to clean it up. Well, I could even roll the axle in right now and see where it sits and how much room I got. I think I should be okay. So I have not been very good at recording today, but I've been working on it. Last part of the video showed the all the brackets are off the frame. I need to get a light. I don't know where I put that. Oh, right there. And it's dead. Okay, you're gonna be zoomed in so I could. They're off the frame. I'm trying to get these springs close to their position so I can at least tack on the front hanger sections, which I basically at this point I'm trying to figure out wheel placement in here, which as of right now that's about where I'm thinking. Knocking things over. When I had the wheelbase figured out with a tape measure, rather crude. It's about center. The tire wants to roll. But back here, we're at right about 102 or 102 and a half. So stretch it about 1 inch, give myself a little bit more tire room. Hopefully not end up with my tire hitting the front of the fender instead of the back. But learning a lot is fun. But I think I'm going to call it a early one. It's only like 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. Because I'm a little scatterbrained. Been trying to figure out caster angle, all that kind of crap, and struggling, so I'm just gonna fiddle with it in the morning and hopefully get it at least tacked into place tomorrow, and then I can get it all sorted of sorts, if that makes any sense. Also got to thinking, the height that I set the vehicle was the height that I wanted the vehicle to be. The problem with leaf springs is the fact that there's not much adjustability. And so I may have it set up the height that I want it right now, but once the weight's on it, it may sag down a little bit more. These are Toyota rear leaf springs that I'm using up front. I believe they were from 4-wheel drive, but I don't know. It's exciting. They stick out. Obviously, the tires turn a little bit. They stick out a little bit more than the rears. But that's what the Toyota IFS with rear axle should do, because these should be the same offset of wheels as what's on my 84 King Cab. And IFS Toyota sticks about half the tire out on an 8-inch wheel.